We're going to do a little workout together today. Make sure you have some water and that you have weights if you choose to use them. Today is your first day. Welcome. Glad that you could join us today. And everybody, listen to your body. Just do what feels good, right? So there's a lot of variety here for you to play with and work with. And it's up to you to get the workout that works best for you. So take a moment to settle in, connect to your breath, connect to the space around you. I will back up here. I have my timer starting. And all of our exercises, with the exception of our breathing, are about a minute each exercise. And so I will be keeping track of time, and sometimes I will let you know when we're about halfway through. So just take a moment now to settle into your breath and consider what brought you here today. What is your intention? Do you have any goals or needs on your mind? Maybe you've been working out for a while. Maybe this is your first time after some time off. So just take a moment to acknowledge kind of where you are in your body today, acknowledging your strengths, your resilience, acknowledging your goals. With a deep breath in, invite all of this to fill your body, your heart, your mind, your spirit. With a deep breath out, let anything go that does not serve your intention. Just let it all go. And then for the next minute and a half, just continue to breathe quietly, allowing your breath to expand into your belly. About to get sunlight directly in my eyes. I'm going to scoot forward. And as you exhale, allow that breath to leave your body completely as you begin to draw your belly in towards your spine. And this isn't really forced, but the invitation is to allow your body to expand in any way, up, down, all around. And then as you exhale, can you participate a little bit more in that exhalation and just squeeze that breath out as if you're squeezing the air out of a balloon? And you'll notice maybe as you inhale and allow yourself to get bigger, creating space, you can become aware of the center, the core. And as you exhale, you can release and activate that core, squeezing that breath out of your lungs. So, breathing can not only help the body and mind to relax, but can also help to activate and access our core. So, just 30 more seconds here, breathing in, expanding, creating space, breathing out, releasing, letting it all go. And one more time, inhaling maybe to a count of 4, maybe even 5. And pause at the top of your breath and breathing all the way out to a count of 4, maybe 5, maybe even more. On your next breath in, add a little squeeze. Squeeze your hands into fists, lift your shoulders toward your ears, scrunch up the muscles of your face. And then breathe out and breathe out through your nose if you can, and actively squeeze the air out as you soften and relax. There's a lot happening all at once. On the inhale, we just tense and squeeze anything that we can as tightly as we can. And then on the exhale through the nose, release the breath and squeeze that breath out. I think we have time for 2 more. Inhale, tensing, squeezing, tightening, tensing, and exhaling, releasing, softening, letting go. Good. One more time. Inhale at your own pace. And exhale, release, and let it go. Good. Then we just like let your arms kind of shake out your hands, your shoulders, your wrists. It's an option for you to stomp your feet. You can stomp your feet a little bit, shake your head out a little bit, and then roll your shoulders up and down and all around. Or maybe both shoulders at the same time, maybe one shoulder at a time or one shoulder only. Just warming up the joints around the bones of the shoulder, bones of the arm, scapula, the neck. Good. All right, now let's take a breath and just reach the palms up. You can stop halfway. You can take it up higher if that's an option for you, and then release and let go. And just do that again. Inhale just to your highest high, whatever that is, and exhale, let it go. Could be one arm or both arms. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, let it go. This time, reach out a little bit towards each side, kind of on a diagonal towards the corners, and exhale and let it go. And again, just your highest high. It's going to be different than mine, different than your neighbor in your square here. And exhale and let it go. And one more time here. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now take your hands and just let them rest on your legs, palms facing down. As you inhale, allow your eyes and nose to look upward. And as you exhale, allow your eyes and nose to look down. And do that again in each direction. Inhaling, just looking as high up as you can. And then exhaling, looking down as low as you can. And do that one more time in each direction. And then adding on as you inhale, slide your elbows back behind you. Let your eyes and nose look upward. And then as you exhale, slide your fingers towards your knees, eyes and nose look down. And again, inhale, slide the elbows back. And exhale, looking down, slide the fingers forward. We'll do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Good. Return to neutral. And this time, just lean back. And if you're close to the back of your seat, that's okay. You can just press a little bit into the back of your chair and then lean forward. And we're just looking again for that range of motion that works for your body. So maybe leaning forward isn't as available to you as leaning back, or maybe leaning back isn't as available as leaning forward. We're just looking for what is available and working within that range. We'll do that one more time in each direction. This helps to wake up the muscles of the core, strengthen our balance. Good. All right. That's the end of that one. So bring your elbows in, turn your palms to face up. Keep your elbows in as you open your hands to the side and come back to center. It can be one side only, and both at the same time. So again, doing what works for you in this position. We're about halfway through. You can turn the palms to face in, just opening and closing. We'll be coming back to this movement again later, but with the addition of weights. So just getting comfortable with your range of motion. Good. Not trying to force anything, just working within that comfortable space. All right, so we're going to warm it up a little bit more now. Maybe go for a bit of a run, maybe walk, maybe ski, so the arms can go in the same direction at the same time or opposite directions. Okay, if it's available for you to add in the knees, the feet, you can add in a little bit of a march. If you want to speed it up a little bit, you can speed it up a little bit. We're going to go for another 35 seconds. So you've got some time here to get comfortable. Figure out which movement is best for you today. Throughout all of these exercises, there's all kinds of options. So if there's something that we do that just isn't working right for you, pick something that does, right? You can always come back to marching, to running, to skiing, to doing what feels best. So we've got about 8 more seconds here. All right, now we're going to add in some punching. So punch forward, can be alternating arms, one arm only, or both at the same time. Those are all options that you can choose from, or do a little bit of all of it. So long punches here, extending through the elbows for 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to punch up. So punching straight up. It's still a short arm, so we end with the elbow bent. It kind of looks like running, but we're using just a little extra force as if you're actually punching something straight up. Good. Again, it can be 2 at the same time. 1 only. 3, 2, 1. And that is that. All right, now turn your palms to face up. Pretend like you're juggling, like you've got 2 or 3 balls, maybe 5, I don't know. And they're all over the place. So you're not just juggling just right here perfectly in front of the body, but whoop, one goes out there, out that way, and then one comes out over this way. Maybe you got to reach a little higher to catch one. Maybe you got to catch it before it hits the ground. So you're going to start to just juggle all around. Good. You can pretend like they're heavy, pretend like they're light. Maybe one is heavier than another. Maybe it's a ping pong ball and a bowling ball. Maybe we're juggling swords or fire. Good. Keeping it moving. Got about 5 more seconds. All right. Awesome. So now we're going to climb a rope. There's a rope right here in front of us, and we're going to start to climb up that rope, pulling ourselves up and out of our seat. It's an option for you to add in feet, knees. You can add that in anytime you want to with any of these exercises. Pulling down. And again, you're reaching up just to your highest high, so that might be different than me. Maybe you're right here in front of your heart. Maybe you can reach way up. This causes any friction or pain in your shoulder joint, then please modify. Now you can go faster if you want to, especially if it's a shorter range. And we've got about 15 more seconds. All right. Let's bring our elbows beside us again. This time punching across. So just on a slight diagonal. You can do one side only. You can alternate sides. And if this kind of twisting motion doesn't feel good for you, come back to a front twist. Okay, so we have options, either directly in front or across, depending on how it feels for you. Good, we've got about 20 more seconds. Let your eyes just follow your hands wherever your hands go, your eyes go. Good, we've got about 5 more seconds. All right, that is it. Shake it off a moment. All right, so elbows back. Now let's crisscross and pull. So crisscross in front of the body and pull the elbows back. Crisscross, pull. You can always take that crisscross out if that is aggravating in any kind of way, and just do directly in front of you, forward and back. or crisscross in the front and pull back. Good. All right. Now for our last 15 seconds, a little bit of speed punching here. So hands and fists right in front of the heart, elbows lifted. Quick little punches here, like you're punching one of those bags, little speed bag. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, so that was our warm up. Moving on to weights. If you're using weights today, you can take your weights, have a sip of water anytime you need to, especially during those transition moments. And then when you're ready, bring your elbows into your waist with your palms facing upward. We've got 5 seconds before we begin, and here we go. Rotator cuff, so opening, elbows stay close to the body. Now I'm using 3-pound weights. You can use 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, anything up to 5 pounds. For this particular workout, I wouldn't recommend any more than 5 pounds. But again, that's up to you and your goals. Okay, we're about halfway through. Turn the palms to face in towards each other and continue to open and close. Now, that's not to say I don't recommend using heavy weights because I do, but for this particular workout, this style of workout, I wouldn't recommend more than 5 pounds.
What do you think a jar of homemade pickles weighs?
That's a really good question. How big is that jar of pickles? Depends on if you've eaten some or not, I guess. So elbows in, we'll lift and lower. These are our lateral raises for our lateral deltoids.
Now we're all hungry for pickles.
I know, right? That's like my daughter's favorite thing. I never have 2 jars. I mean, that's pretty awesome if you've got 2 full jars of pickles. I don't know if I could hold on to it. It depends on, how wide that jar is. I'm afraid they'd go flying through the living room.
Yeah, well,
Pickle juice everywhere.
if you pickle for the year, you have a whole bunch of them.
Ah, there you go. I love that. That's what my brother does. He has a huge garden and he pickles his cucumbers, his jalapenos. All right, we've got a little less than 10 seconds. You're going to just carry on through to the end with me. You can stop anytime you need to. All right, that's that. So arms down by your sides, palms can face forward. Lift and lower one arm at a time or one arm only, both arms at the same time. So these are all options for you to choose from. There is a slight bend in the elbow, maybe kind of hard to see in the video, but my arm is not perfectly straight. It has just a little bit of a bend, so it's kind of a scooping effect, right? It's like you're scooping through the air. We're about halfway through. The time change, the sun is coming through my window at a different time, a different angle. Good, we're almost there. Last one. All right, next we have biceps. So let's start with the palms facing in. And then as you bend the elbow, rotate the palm to face the shoulder. So there's a bit of a rotation that happens here below the elbow. Now alternating sides, one side only, or both at the same time. We're about halfway there. With our lighter weights, we can usually get more repetitions in. Now, if you've got heavier weights, you'll probably be moving a little bit slower. If you've got lighter weights, you can move faster. You just want to find a good steady tempo, moving with control. We've got about 3 more to go. Good. All right, triceps are next. We have a few options here. So, hand above the head, bending the elbow, as long as you can hold on to that jar of pickles without dropping it on your head. You can also lean forward and take that arm back behind you. Without weights or without using the weights, you can press your fists straight down into your seat like you're trying to pick yourself up out of your seat. We're about halfway through, y'all. And if you're sitting far enough back to your chair, you can press your elbows straight back into the chair. It's a nice isometric strengthening exercise. Okay, so these are all some options for you to choose from. We've got about 10 more seconds to go. Good. Last one. All right. So that is round one. We've got 2 more rounds to go. Take a moment to stretch if you want to, have a sip of water if you need to. All right. And when you're ready, return to your ready position. Elbows back, palms up, open and close. Second round of rotator cuff. Thing about using weights too is that we start to get a little bit of momentum behind us, and then the momentum can do the work for us if we're moving kind of quickly. So it can be challenging to slow yourself down or even pause before you come back. All of that is going to increase that weight and what it feels like in your body. Now you can rotate the palms in, open and close. Just got about 20 more seconds to go. Also takes more concentration when we're slowing down. I believe that burns more calories too. All right, so now lateral raises, lift and lower. Now, if all this is feeling pretty light, you're getting strong, maybe you want to straighten the arms out, and that is going to increase the intensity. So suddenly those weights feel a lot heavier. And even if you don't want to do it for the full minute, you can do maybe 10 of them or alternate sides. We're about halfway there. You can always come back to bent elbow anytime. Five more seconds. Last one. All right. Arms down, straight, kind of straight, straight-ish. A little bit of a bend in that elbow. Palm is facing forward and then up. So just keep the palm facing towards the front of the room. You have the option to stay on one side or to alternate sides. We're about halfway through. Do both at the same time. Ten more seconds. Check in with your breath. Sometimes we start to hold the breath. Last one. All right. This time bicep curls. Let's start with the palms facing out and lift and lower out by the side. So last time it was facing front. Now we're facing out. Now, if this doesn't feel right or it's not a good option for you today, come back to the first variation. First variation was just right here. Okay. So just kind of mixing things up. That helps us target different aspects of the same muscle, new in different ways. We're about halfway through. You're looking great. Ten more seconds. Last one. All right, so pick your triceps. It can be above the head or behind your body, or one of the isometric presses, pressing your fist down into your seat or your elbows back into your chair. All right, we are halfway there. Nice and steady. Got 10 more seconds. Last one. Good. Okay, shake it off. Have a sip of water if you would like. We have about 10 seconds for a break. And here we go, round 3. Elbows back, palms up, open and close. Oh, hey, bud. I was just thinking, haven't had a visit from that cat, and there he is. All right, 30 seconds. You can rotate the palms to face each other, just a little variety. Three more seconds. All right, now we have lateral deltoids, lateral raises, elbows bent or straight. Try not to lift any higher than the shoulder. All right, 30 seconds to go. I have to wear my sunglasses next time. 10 more seconds. Last one. All right, palms facing forward, lift and lower. And palms raising upward as you lift. Good, halfway there. Nice, steady breath. Use your exhales to connect you to your core. Use your breath to stay present. Last one. All right, so final biceps here. Let's do a hammer curl. So with a hammer curl, the palm just stays facing in towards the body as you lift and lower. You can do one at a time, one side only, both at the same time. You can always pick a different option, different variety. Almost there. 10 more seconds. All right, now we have triceps. So pick the triceps that you enjoy. This is our very last one. All right, we are halfway through. Last one. All right, we have a quick rest. Somebody at my door, they didn't really knock, but couldn't figure out what was going on out there. So we don't need the weights anymore. You can put the weights away. And now we're going to move into our HIIT or our high intensity interval training. So first, let's just start with a little bit of a run. Now this can be running, skiing, right? So moving in ways that work best for you, adding in feet and knees if that's an option. And here we want to go to our highest intensity. So you might even start to look and feel a little silly, and that's okay. That means you are making it work. So you're just going to keep on going. We've got about 8 more seconds to go. And then in between each exercise, we take a moment to rest. All right, so let's take a moment here, pause, take a breath. So we usually have about 15 to 20 seconds to rest in between each 40-second exercise, okay? So that way our intensity goes up and it goes down. All right, next up, reach up and reach down. Reach up, reach down. In between, I'm just tapping the tops of my legs, reaching up to your comfort height, right? So if you have shoulder tension, neck tension, you do not have to reach all the way up. Good. 5 more seconds. Last one. All right. Quick little break. Now, if you want to keep moving, I know it's fun. So if you want to keep on going, you can. Take a break whenever you need to. All right, next up, palms facing down. We're going to play the drums. All right, so maybe you've got a bunch of drums you're playing with one hand or both hands. Okay. Could also be like you're dribbling, a bunch of basketballs. And you want to take it all around. So forward, beside you. So we're not just moving in one place the whole time, but we're moving all around that center point. Looking around. Maybe your drums are in front of you. Maybe you have a few drums above you, all around. Good. Oop, it's time to take a break. I got carried away. All right, quick break. So during those breaks, it's nice to just kind of move around a little bit, check in, take a stretch. Okay, now we're going to chop some wood. So chopping wood across the body from shoulder to opposite hip or opposite leg. If this is not a good motion for you, you can also chop like this, just straight up, straight down. Okay. So either up and down or across. But if we're going across, we need to go the other way. So when you're ready, change your direction or keep going up and down. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. All right, we've got about 15 seconds to rest. Take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, squeeze all of that breath out. Activate your core. All right, now we're going to catch some flies. It's like you've got flies or bees or butterflies or fireflies all around you, just swirling around. We're catching them, catching them, catching them. You don't have to do a tight squeeze, right? So the hand can just stay relaxed and comfortable, or you can add in a bit of a fist, a bit of a squeeze as you catch. And again, you want to move all around. So in front of you, beside you, above you, below. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. All right, sip of water if you need it. All right, get ready for some speed punching. Elbows lifted, punching right here in front of the heart, just like we did in our warm up. Here, you can go even faster, picking up that pace, picking up your speed. You can also play with that intensity by leaning back or leaning forward or moving forward and back. Five more seconds. Last one. All right. Very good. All right, shake that off. Okay, so 5 seconds. We'll begin again. Get ready to climb your rope. So hands right in front of the heart, hand over hand, or one hand right here, pulling down. It's as if you're pulling yourself up, up, up as you pull down on that rope. Maybe picking up the pace, maybe leaning back. Make sure your hands aren't too close to your face. I have knocked my glasses off my face doing this. Got 5 more seconds. Last one. Excellent. All right. All right, shake it off. Wiggle the fingers. Shake out the shoulders. Okay, so get ready now for some crisscross pull. And here we go. Crisscross pull. Crisscross in front of the heart. Pull the elbows back. You can increase the speed. Increase the intensity. You can modify this any way you want to. You can lean back a little bit. Good. 10 more seconds, keeping it going. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, shake that off. Take a breath. Okay, so next up, we'll come back to chopping wood. Okay, so again, we'll either chop across or up and down, whichever way works out best for you. Okay. So chopping, chopping, chopping. If you're going across like I am, we'll switch it to the other side so that we're somewhat even. All right. If you're going up and down, keep going. If you're going across, maybe switch and go the opposite direction. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. All right, quick break. Check in. A sip of water. All right, so next up, we're going to come back to playing those drums. So palms facing down. Start to play those drums. Maybe you got some drums off to the side. All right, maybe you got drums way out in front of you. Maybe you have drums above you. Maybe in front of you, in front of your chest. All over, keeping it going. Good, 5 more seconds. And 1, very good. All right, check in. Check in with your breath. If you're kind of breathing a little bit faster now, see if you can slow the breath down a little bit. Okay, next up we have reach up and reach down. Reach up, reach down. In between, tap your legs. Doing great. Keep breathing, keep moving. It's okay if it starts to look like something else. Good. 5 more seconds. 2 and 1 and rest. Very good. All right. Doing great. Everybody looks really good. Still with me? So I don't know if we have rowed the boat yet. So we're going to row the boat now. Can either row in front like this. Can also row across the body like a figure 8. Okay. Can do a little bit of all of it. Whatever you choose to do, keep it moving. Increase the speed, increase the intensity. Good. Forward and back, or figure 8, side to side. Got 5 more seconds. And 1. Excellent. All right. Check in, shake it off. Coming down on the home stretch. Next, we have some speed punches if you want to get into your ready position. It's really a very small movement right here at the heart. Elbows stay lifted. It's almost like those fists are spinning around each other. Good. Again, you can play with your body position, either upright or leaning back or leaning forward or moving, leaning forward and back. These are all just options, so pick something that resonates with you. Just keep it moving. Got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. Shake it off. All right, so what is next? We've got about 8 more seconds to rest. And then we'll come back to chopping wood. So either up and down or across the body. Good. If you're going diagonally like I am, you can switch and go the other way. If you're going straight up and down, just keep going straight up and down. Good. 5 more seconds. Last one. Great. All right. So we got about 13 seconds to rest. You can always keep on moving. Come back to jogging. All right, let's catch those flies again. Catching, catching all around you. Doesn't have to be flies. Maybe there's $100 bills flying around, falling from the sky.
Pickles.
Pickles, more pickles, yes. Especially if your pickle jar went flying while you were doing the weights. Good. Keep it flying, keep it catching. Doing great, y'all. 5 more seconds to go. All right, that's that. I don't know. I think what might motivate me are, like those Hershey kisses and catch the chocolate kisses from falling from the sky. All right, so let's row that boat again. You can go across the body or in front of the body. Quick movements. It might not even really look like rowing anymore as you get going. That's okay. Doing great. So either like a figure eight or here in front of the body. You have those 2 oars. One side works just as well. Good. We've got 10 more seconds to go. 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. All right. Check in. Deep breath in. Squeeze all that breath out. And let's climb the rope. Here we go. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Almost to the very top this time. One side or both sides. Doing great, y'all. 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. All right. So we have one more burst. For this very last one, it will be an entire minute instead of just 40 seconds. And we'll tie it all up. We're going to do a little bit of a medley. Okay. So every 10 seconds, we'll do a new movement. So get ready for some running, walking, whatever you wanted to do for this exercise. Good. And now some speed punches. Good. And now let's catch some flies. And now crisscross pull. Good. Let's play the drums. And reach up, reach down. 2, 1. And we are done with that. Very good. Okay. So check in and notice if there's any area of your body that just kind of wants to move or stretch, bend, twist. Just kind of take a moment, check in with yourself. And then you can follow me if you like, rolling your shoulders up and down, both sides or one side only. And then place your hands on top of your legs. As you inhale, slide your elbows and fingers back behind you. Lift your eyes. As you exhale, slide your fingers to your knees, looking down. And again, slide the elbows back, looking up. And exhale, slide the fingers forward, looking down. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. And come back to center. And just take a moment here to get centered once again. Connect to your breath. Remember your intention for your practice. And acknowledge the effects of your practice on your body, your heart, your mind, your spirit. And if there's anything you'd like to let go of before you move back into your day, take a deep breath in, give everything a good squeeze. Deep breath out, let it all go, leaving something behind. And move back into your day with strength, power, grace, and ease.